Hello friends, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit of a update video and a workout, and the workout will come at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. And this portion is going to be a little bit of, as I said, an update. I wanted to update you guys on what's been going on in my life, what's happening with this channel, just things like that, a health update, mental health, all that great stuff that I think that for me, these are the type of videos I love seeing on YouTube because I think that they're just really relatable and that everyone has things that they're going through, and knowing that you're not the only one is kind of my favorite thing about YouTube. Is feel very less alone when you're watching videos. You almost feel like the person is talking right to you. So I want you guys to feel like I'm your friend. I hope you do. You are all my friends. So I kind of just wanted to get a little bit candid, a little bit open and honest, because I think that it's really important to do that on this channel. And as we're getting open and honest, I kind of wanted to open up the conversation even more, and I decided while I'm chatting with you guys that I'm going to do a face mask just to kind of help me relax. I just had a shower, so I just want to, chill out and vibe with you. So let's get the face mask on. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Pure Clay Mask. This is the Argyle Pure, I believe, and it's yellow. And we're going to put this on, put it on for 10 to 15 minutes, and let's mask and chat. P.S. I did not come with mask and chat. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if she did, but I got this idea from fellow YouTuber Alana Davidson, who is also a Toronto YouTuber. I love her videos, and she does these kinds of like updates where she like talks to you and has her face mask on. I just think it's really cool. It's kind of just like a candid moment, you know what I mean? So we're gonna do that. Alright, we are back with the face mask on, and it is yellow. So I hope that you can see it, but yeah, so I wanted to do a little bit of an update with you guys. So the reason why I want to do this update is because recently I have been struggling, and that's just me being completely honest. I've been struggling in certain aspects of my life, including things in like my health part of my life, mental health, and just kind of with juggling all of these different things like my channel, my blog, writing for Healthy is Hot, my full-time job, getting in a workout, eating right, all that good stuff that we're all trying to do. So let's start off with the health update. So there's no major like scare or health scare that I should be telling you about. The only thing here that I wanted to talk about for my health update is that last week I had strep throat for a couple of days. I went to a wedding like the weekend before, and a bunch of people were sick, and I got strep throat, and it was like the first time in I think like 2.5 years that I've ever really been like sick like that. I used to get colds all the time, and I've had strep before, but since starting my health and fitness journey almost 3 years ago, I really haven't been sick that much, and I just credit that to exercise and eating well. But unfortunately I couldn't stop it because I was surrounded by people who did have strep throat. But since then, since getting over it, it's been really difficult for me to jump back into the gym. My motivation is really, really low right now. It's not that I am not going to the gym, because I'm still going. It's just that like I'm not looking forward to it anymore. It's not like a fun thing for me to do. I'm still enjoying it while I'm there, but it's a struggle to get myself there. And it's also where I live in Canada, it's winter. It's starting to become winter. We're starting to get snow. It's starting to get really, really cold. So that's really affecting my motivation as well. It's just making me want to stay inside and curl up in a blanket with my dog and a cup of hot chocolate every night, which I could do, but I just don't want to. I really don't want to do that because I know that eating well, working out really does such a wonder to my body. So just kind of the motivation, I think, is really just a big thing. And I think that what I'm going to try and do to kind of help combat my, lack of motivation is to try new workouts. So when I'm doing at-home workouts, like I'm going to try and do like a boxing video instead of like a yoga or Pilates, or, and you know, maybe I'll do like a dance cardio workout instead of, you know, like a regular HIIT or shred session. Like I really want to mix it up and try to push my body into workouts that I'm not really motivated to do, but I know that when I do them, I'll feel really good. So just like a huge thing. I think that a lot of people look at me and think that I'm like super motivated all the time, but you know, we go through, you know, I go through bouts of self-criticism and lack of motivation and things like that too. So I want you to know that I am normal, I am human, and I'm hoping that this kind of just goes away. I'm hoping that once I kind of kickstart my workouts a little bit more, that the motivation will kind of come back to me. But I still love working out and I still love eating well, so I think that's a really good sign that that's not going away. Now with my mental health. This was a topic that I kind of wanted to make all about the video. This was the topic that I wanted to make the entire video about, but I kind of just decided that'd be too rambly. So, mental health. One of the things that I think is really affecting, I have struggled with issues of mental health probably since like high school, and that's just because of, you know, the times that I was in and university, things that happened to me in my life, just lots of up and downs as most people go through. So currently right now, like I know that I'm in a good place. The only thing that I think sometimes gets me down, especially with social media, is the lack of social life that I have. I've always been a really sociable person. Since I was in elementary school, I've always had lots of friends, a really big friend group, and this is probably the one part of my life, or this is a point in my life where I'm just not like that right now. I'm not really going out. I don't have a large group of friends, and that is kind of the main topic of today's video, and that is, it's very hard to make friends as an adult. And if you feel this way, please comment down below, because I'd love to know. I'd love to know that I'm not the only one who thinks this way. I was talking to my friend Sarah about this the other day, and I kind of said, like, when you're in school, you are kind of set when it comes to friends. Like, not everyone obviously experiences this, but for example, for myself, you know, when I got to school, it was kind of like your friends were already there. You see the same people every single day. You're bound to make friends with one of them, right? And I always had friends. Elementary school, high school, I had a really big friend group of girls that kind of merged some of my elementary school friends and then friends that I had met in high school from other schools, and we all kind of merged into one large group. And we stayed friends even past high school. After high school, I graduated and took a gap year. So that means like I didn't go to college or university because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Still remained friends with some of these girls as well because they also stayed back. Some of them went to university. We still kept in touch. We visited them. And after my gap year, I went to university and I ended up only staying for a year. But again, like made lots of friends, kept my friends from high school. And it wasn't until I came back from university and I started going to college in my area, so I was living at home, commuting to college, that I started to meet people in my college program that I felt very connected to. I took journalism for college, so I felt like all of the students there we were all our mindsets were all very similar. So it sounds really weird, but like I remember on the first day, like I would have conversations with everybody in my class and I felt at home. Like I felt like these people were my people. These were the people that loved writing and they loved watching the news and they loved talking about the news and entertainment news and music and watching videos and reading articles, and that was what I loved to do. That was what I did on a regular basis. So it was kind of cool to meet people that were interested in the same type of thing. And I think that was really when I started to realize that you could have friends that cared about what your interests were. And I'm not saying that my friends from high school didn't, but it felt every time, especially in that moment, that was probably like this was 2 years ago, so 2017, I really started to feel like I would go hang out with my friends from high school and I would come home and I would just feel, it sounds horrible, but I would feel exhausted. I'd feel so negative about myself and I'd feel so guilty because I felt like I had to be this person that I was in high school for them, for these people that I'd known almost my whole entire life. And then I'd go to college and I'd get to be myself and I'd get to be who I actually wanted to be and didn't feel like nervous or stressed out to be somebody that I wasn't. So after I graduated college that summer, I decided to ultimately take a step back from that friend group. And honestly, like I don't blame any of them, and I would never say like it's their fault that I'm not their friend. I think that I was just evolving as a person and I felt like I wasn't evolving along with them. It felt like they were going in one direction and I was going in the other, and that didn't feel right to me. I felt like I was living a lie. So it sounds dramatic, but that's just how I felt, and that's just what I decided to do. So that meant that I was leaving behind like 5 or 6 really close friends. Like I said, that I had known for 5+ years. Some of them I had known for longer. I had kept one friend out of that group because I had known her for over 10 years at that point. And unfortunately, this year, 2019, that friendship ultimately ended. And that's still really hard for me to talk about. I think that friendship will always mean something to me, but we just grew apart. And yeah, that's just a whole other thing. But so right now, if you were to ask me like how many friends I had, or I know it's kind of like a weird question to ask somebody, but as of right now, I only have, it sounds so bad, it sounds so embarrassing, I only have one friend, and that would be my best friend Sarah, who I have known since the 9th grade, who's been my best friend since the 9th grade. Sarah, if you're watching this, I love you. Thank you for being my friend. And it's sad to say, but that's just the truth. And my boyfriend, I would consider my other best friend because he truly is, but I don't really have a social life. The only person that I really go out with is Sarah, and we're both really busy people, so it's like a once a month thing. I don't go out drinking with people. I don't really have like dinner dates or friend dates or anything like that. And unfortunately, as an adult, it's really, really hard to make friends. It's really hard to put yourself out there because you kind of feel like you're going to be rejected like you would be when you are out in the dating world. I know I feel that way. And I know like I really just want to find some friends that have the same interests as me. And you think like health and fitness, it would be easy to find people nowadays because it's such a common trend for people to be into. And you know, I write for Healthy is Hot. I interview all these amazing women that are, you know, into health or into fitness. Maybe they have businesses, or maybe they're just trainers, and they're wonderful people, and I consider all of them my friends. But I've never met most of them in person, and that's because most of them reside downtown in Toronto. Hi guys, sorry, I was in the middle of that little speech and my camera actually stopped recording, so I just wanted to finish my little thought there before we move on to the next section of the video. And basically that was me just explaining that yes, I've met lots of people through the health and fitness industry, through Healthy is Hot, through my blog, but unfortunately they live pretty far from me and I'm not able to really make it there, and it's hard. Like I really want to, and I want to make the time, but it would be like a full day of me spending downtown and only probably spending about an hour or two with the actual person that I wanted to meet. So I don't know, sometimes I struggle, like I want to and then I'm not sure if it's worth it, but is it worth it to get friends? Not really sure. So Comment down below if you have any comments or tips and tricks on how to make friends in your 20s. It is not easy, and I really hope that I'm not alone in this. I think it's really important to open up the conversation because I want people to know that they're not alone, that things happen, and in your adulthood it's not easy to make friends, and sometimes rejection is scary. So comment down below any advice that you have for me. I'd love it, and I feel embarrassed to say that, but hey, we're being open and honest today. And now back to the regular scheduled programming of this video. Also wanted to mention a little bit of an update for the channel. Unfortunately, like the series that I was trying to do called Healthy-ish with Nicole, I did the first episode with strength trainer Elena Luciani. I really want this series to be a thing, and it's so hard because it's like you have to find somebody to be in the video with you, and I know lots of people, but they're very busy, especially during the week, and I can really only do the weekends. So it's to find somebody to be in the video with you. So it's very difficult because most of the time they're not available on the weekends, and that's usually when I'm available and my camera guy Josh is available. I had the second one lined up, but unfortunately Josh is going to be out of the country that time, so he can't do it. So I'm hoping that in January I'll be able to do it with the guests that I wanted to have. It was just really unfortunate that that happened. I'm hoping that we can continue the series, but if not, then I'm going to try and do a little bit of a switcheroo and make it into less of a camera guy and me, and just more of me vlogging and going out and meeting people from my Healthy as Hot interviews, or people that I'm just seeking out from personal training or at gyms, and just kind of understanding how they live a healthy-ish lifestyle, because that's really what the video and the series was for, was to kind of learn how others live a healthy kind of life, you know what I mean? Like those people that kind of look like they have it all, but they have balance too. So hopefully that will continue, and I'm hoping to have a better update in December for you for that. Second one is going to be prioritizing putting myself out there. This is really hard because, as I've just mentioned, it's not my favorite thing to be rejected by people. I don't think it's anyone's favorite, but I think it's important that we do put ourselves out there and try to meet new people. And the third one is to really notice what energizes me on a daily basis. This is one that I really think is important. I write down every day what I'm grateful for, 3 things, but I think it's also really important that I'm writing down at least 2 things that energized me that day. Now, before I go, I want to know, how are you guys feeling? Like, I feel like I'm talking about myself. Comment down below how you're feeling today, and if you're feeling a little bit alone, just know you're not alone. I'm here. We're all here. And now I gotta go take off this face mask because it's starting to get itchy. And then the next clip will be the workout for you guys. So let's get into it.